Hey there, I'm Zonfon, and welcome to my survival world. Today is going to be a very digging and redstone heavy episode. Last episode, we started figuring out and mapping out where our villagers are going to be contained. This took quite a lot of time, as you could possibly imagine, but all of this was so we can start building here at spawn. I want to build I want to rebuild basically every redstone farm that I've made so far. So the iron farm, the pumpkin and melon farm, and the sugarcane farm, and bamboo farm that I turned back into a sugarcane farm. It's just, I don't want to have to AFK a pumpkin and melon farm to be able to do it. Or an iron farm to be able to get a hold of iron. I think that's a reasonable thing to not want to have to do. And add on, maybe if I have enough time, a moss farm for the bone meal. The only thing that I'm missing to do right now is I forgot about my shulker mess from last week. So for now, I'm just going to do the responsible thing and just kind of huck these three here, so that way I cannot ignore them forever. As for my dirt shulker, it can go back where dirt shulker should be, and we can get started on our first project. And the first thing that I want to work on is the iron farm. I made this within, I think, like the first few hundred days. This was one of the first things that I built here in this world, and I like the fountain. You know, it's a good fountain, a very nice idea, but it's just a huge eyesore, and it's just not living up to my expectations. So we're just gonna tear this down, and we're gonna move it over to the other side. Are you kidding me? Are you? What? How dare you distract me? What is this? How did you get out of here? How did you get out here? Okay, alright, well that was agitating. Anyway, a little bit of an update. Apparently creepers are a thing, and I built the sorting system. Basically, 4 of these slices are for iron, and the last one is for poppies. I don't know why I need 2 double chests full of poppies, but I got them if I want them, or if I need them. And then any extras will become bone meal and go into this shulker. Anyway, I'm going to continue building. Slightly perturbed, but I'll get it done. Well, hello there, fisherman. I was just collecting what was left of the iron in the old iron farm to finish loading out the sorters in the new iron farm, which you can see from all the way back here. It's an absolute mess, and I don't know if 2 pods is even really worth it, but I had 6 villagers, so now we have 2 pods. Yeah, I'm happy with it. We're not going to be able to decorate it today because I have other things that I would like to be able to make before I start doing any kind of decorative business. But, yeah, just bone mealing up some poppies so I'll be able to kind of kickstart the pumpkin and melon farm a little bit better instead of waiting for it to grow just however it pleases. But it's hello? It's done! Yay! This took forever, and I did not give myself enough room on this side to really finish it off how I probably would have liked to, but in all honesty, I kind of liked being able to see the redstone here. And I also was thinking about making more than 1 layer or extending this down, but I kind of want to see whether or not that's actually going to be necessary, because my original pumpkin and melon farm did produce quite a few pumpkin and melons if I AFK'd. And that's the whole point of putting this here, so I don't have to do that. And I think it's going to be good. 6 chests. This is probably overboard. I probably do not need 6 chests worth of storage here, but you know what? It's fine. It's done now. It's done. On to the next project, which is actually just across the way here, and that is going to be a bamboo and sugarcane farm, side by side. Alright, so that's one side of it. that's one side of it. This is gonna be the sugarcane. I don't remember the name of where I got this design right off the bat, but it's kind of sort of altered either way. I'm gonna flash that up on the screen, and if I can figure out how links work, I'll put a link in the description. But basically, there are 15 spots, and you double that, so that's 30 sugarcane per what would be section of this. Once it's full, of course. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here as bamboo. And there it is. It's the exact same thing that's over here, except over here and it's bamboo. And it's already producing quite a bit of bamboo, while my sugarcane farm is probably struggling just a little bit to keep producing, but I think a lot of that just has to do with how sugarcane takes a while to grow. I also made some more rockets, so that dipped into the supply just a bit, as you could probably imagine. Going right on into it, I want to put a moss farm that will also produce its own bone meal, while, if I can manage it, also having a separate supply of bone meal. So basically, it produces so much bone meal to set aside, and then whatever's left continues to go into the machine itself, which is going to go right here. Now, I've never made a moss farm before. A lot of this is completely new. I decided to do everything that I already knew to do before doing something that I didn't know how to do. I think that was a smart way to go about it. I don't know, you tell me. I think it was pretty smart. I can get the serotonin or dopamine hit from completing successfully other things before I inevitably work on something that's going to take me probably the same amount of time it took to do all 3 of these to get to it to actually work. That said, I have a little bit of research on that to do, and a moss farm to build, so I suppose I'd better get to it. I have a problem. So this is the Etho clock, redstone clock, that's supposed to basically power the entire thing. And I didn't read the material list. I need sticky pistons, and I don't have slime. I looked everywhere. I have no slime. So that runs me into a little bit of a conundrum here, as I really, really don't want to go looking for a swamp, spend hours and hours upon hours looking for a swamp, and then turning around and having loaded in a bunch of new stuff so when 1.20 comes out, all the cool stuff is gonna be really far away then. You know, I want a cherry blossom biome as close as possible, and it's gonna be extremely hard to do that if I go flying or running or whatever, looking around everywhere, looking for a swamp biome. And then there's no guarantee that there's one anywhere near where I am. The other option that I had was to find a slime chunk, but those are extremely difficult to find. And it could take me hours upon hours looking for one of those as well. So, with the risk of getting some people in the comments yelling at me, but also for the sake of my sanity, I used a website that is supposed to allow you to find certain things in your world. I clicked off everything, so I was only able to find spawn, since that's where I'm at, and around where my base is, and spawnable chunks for slime. I didn't want to be able to find anything else, I just wanted to know where the slime chunks were. And now I know where some are. Now I do know there is a ravine right here, and I haven't explored it, so we're gonna go down here and hope that somewhere we find some slimes? Hello? Hi! Ooh. I haven't gotten a Spore Blossom before! Oh, they're so pretty! I love them so much. I'm keeping them forever, and it's my friend now. I'm not entirely sure I'm doing the right thing. I feel like I might be doing something slightly wrong. So I figured out my problem. The chunk is is supposed to be negative 26. I'm currently in negative 27. If I went over by 1, this is the chunk I should be in. More work then, I suppose. I don't know how to feel about this. I'm not exactly sure if there's another way to get them besides getting them from traders, and even then that's gonna be a bit of a long shot, I know. Alright, I'm having issues with this too. This is just a disaster of an episode. This is just, let me just say this right now. I've built one farm, one farm that doesn't work, another farm that doesn't work, one that I can't complete without slime balls, and, well, I guess those two back there are really the only ones that are of any quality. I'm going crazy, I swear. I'm going crazy. So, I guess I'm gonna spend a little while seeing if a trader won't show up with some slime balls, or what I can figure out to do with that, and figure out what's going on with my iron farm, and all of that. This is slightly disheartening. But we'll get through it. It'll be fine. Yes! It's alive! And to think, the only thing I had to do was switch out the stone for more dirt. And look at that! It's doing a thing! Oh my goodness! Alright, that means I can get rid of this, right? That's one farm fixed. On to the next one. Bye! Yeah, it's amazing how, like, literally one little block or something can ruin your entire day. It's astonishing. And a creeper blew up my my chests. So I got another creeper hole right there that I'm not gonna mess with. I'm pretending these things don't exist. Okay, so that leaves us with the moss farm, finishing the moss farm, and of course I can't really do that. Good lord, that's producing. And I can't really do that without finding slime. No, I didn't think so. I sincerely did not really think so. Oh dear. Man, things have not been going right this episode. I'm sitting here, I was gonna make some farms and be like, hey, look how insane I am. Why would I build like 6 different farms in one episode? And here I am, caught up on the one. I feel like I'm going insane. Am I going insane? Ah, you weren't supposed to agree with me. So, I guess what I need to do is see how many rockets I can make. And, go on a little adventure. Onward. Oh! Well, I guess some good things happen when you are slightly perturbed. Whoa! This place huge. Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, look at this. Okay. There's supposed to be some good stuff in one of these, and I haven't found one in survival Minecraft yet, so I guess I'm gonna have to take note of this as well, and we can come back to it later. I don't know why I'm taking this gold armor. There's no reason for me to take this. I don't think there's anything across the ocean. I think I'm legitimately just going into the ether. I am currently about 3,000, 4,000 blocks away from home. So if I don't go home now, or start making my way home now, I'm going to hate myself for the rest of my existence. Yep, let's go home. Oh yeah, by the way, we're on day 1053 going on 54. Yeah, it's been long. Hey, there's our mansion. That means my boat is my boat. I'm home and just in the nick of time. I don't know if that was worth it. I basically killed my elytra, went through 2 stacks, maybe I think a little bit over, yeah, probably about 2 stacks of rockets. I loaded in a bunch of extra chunks, which means I'll probably have to fly even further away to find a cherry blossom biome, which I really want to find when that comes out. And I still didn't even find a swamp. The only solace that I have is that we found some jungle temples and we got some goodies from the thingies, most of which we can't even really use, and I'm going to end up just smelting down to turn into gold whatevers. I just wasted an hour of my life. Now, I've been doing a little bit of thinking, and I think I've decided that I'm just going to call it this episode. It's on a little bit of a low note, but I have so much to sort through as is already, and honestly, I don't have any ideas of what else I could be doing as is anyway, so I'm just gonna hang out here on my boat for a little while, get myself some more gunpowder, because I noticed I was a little bit low, and think about what I've done. Think about what I've done and just the absolute chaos and havoc this episode is bound to be, because I haven't touched any of the footage. I have no clue how this is going to turn out. So this is going to be interesting. If it turned out well, why not leave me a little bit of a like? Let me know that it wasn't a complete hot dumpster fire. And I do appreciate any comments and suggestions on what I can do to make what I've done already a little bit better. If there's anything wrong that I'm doing, I would love to hear it. I need help. Anyway, if you like this video, leave me a like, and I hope you have a nice day. And, bye.